Okay, folks, I'm going to show you a little bit about adding a new user. As you should know, you can log in to any account without the customer's ID and password by using an administrative code. You can use any account number that was set up in Dallas, any account number anywhere really. Admin code. You just use admin, and then you use the current password, which for Dallas is DAL58060 right now. So I'm going to log in. And you ask, how do I know what my passwords are? Well, from time to time, I will send this out right here. And for Dallas, which is most of the time the accounts that you set up, majority of the time are going to be DAL, Dallas accounts. And so the password will be capital D, little AL, 58060. But from time to time, we need to get into an account that was set up in Philadelphia or Atlanta, and so they have different passwords. So I send this whole thing out. This is the current one. The most important thing for you to know is that Dallas password, and it changes about quarterly. So if you see this come across your text, you need to save it. I save mine in notes on my cell phone, in notes on my iPhone, because it makes it easy for me to get to. Anyway, so any account number, ID is the word admin, ADMIN, and then the current secret password, which I just showed you. Okay, once you get in here, if you click on my account, and you can show customers how to do this too, because the point of this whole thing is that it's very easy for customers to maintain it. So say they need to add a user, so we'll click manage users, and if you just click this go button here, it's going to show you all the users that are already set up. So right now for this customer, there's one person set up. If you need to set up another user, most of the time I recommend that you just make everybody an administrator. Okay, so create a new administrator, and then put the person's name in here. Now sometimes we set up ourselves, and the reason to do that would be if you've got quite a bit of maintenance to do on an account, several different users you got to add, several different ship tos you got to add, you might want to just go ahead and set yourself up as an online user. Instead of using the admin code, you can just log in with your own login. That's what I'm doing. I'm setting myself up. Now, if you set somebody up who's going to pay the bills, it is extremely important that you go down here and go allow, view, pay, print, and modify access. That does not light up, fill in as a default. You have to click that. Okay? It does default on your initial user, but say your user is not the person who pays the bills, and so now you're setting up another user who is going to be the person who pays the bills. You must click that. Okay? Super important. So you're going to click next. Here is where you set up how they get confirmations of their order and communications. So if they place an order and they get a you've placed an order and here's when it's coming kind of email. If they would prefer to do text, you can set it up for texting. It's set up to send them a message when the order has shipped, another one when it's out for delivery, and another one when it's been delivered. I think it's a little too much, so I just kind of unclick that middle one, but it's not a big deal if you leave it. Next. Okay, on this page, if you have multiple ship tos, you want to pick the one that user is going to be using. So if you have 3 locations, 3 different buyers, each buyer will have a different one. These are all the available ship tos. This is what's authorized for this user. Okay, in this case there's only one, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight it and select it. You have to have a ship to for the customer. It doesn't automatically happen. The rest of these pages, now here's where you can hard code a credit card in if they want you to do that. I really don't recommend it, because they can put the credit card in at the end of an order and save it, and then it's easier for them to modify it, like if the expiration date changes or something. If a customer has budget centers, is where we put it in. If a customer has purchase orders they're pulling from and they want to drop down to select which purchase order, this is where we put it in. That's really rare. Okay, PO releases, super rare. All of these fields are really rare. They're more for larger customers. I can tell you on this page right here, when you click next, it always stalls just for a few seconds. The one that says PO releases, you can see it down here, says waiting for Staples Advantage. Okay, there we go. And again, just skip on past all this, and then it will say that you have successfully added this person as a new user. And you could then click here and go back and add another one. But now if I click the go button, you'll see that there are 2 users here on this customer. That was users. Also, your customer will get, I'm kind of waiting on it, a welcome email, and it will allow them to set their password. There it is. No. There it is. So they get this email right here, Support SA. It says welcome to online ordering. It's, you know, this is where you go and everything, and right here they have to click this password link in order to set their password. So they're going to get that the minute you click submit. They get this message right here. All right, so that's how they set their password. Now, if you ever have a situation where the customer forgot their password, you can go in same way. You're in Manage Users. Okay, you can go in and click Go, select the person, click Modify, and type a password right here. Just type it twice and save. So if the customer recalls you and says, I changed my password but I forgot what it was, you can go in here and reset it that way. Just type the password twice and click Save. So anyway, I hope this is helpful for you for when you need to add users, especially if you have a separate user paying the bills. We got to get those bills paid, especially that $2.99, or else it ends up counting against us. So hope you find this to be helpful.